Hey y'all, this is Bree with Reads and Rituals, and I'm back with the reading. So today's reading is going to be about overcoming uncomfortability to propel yourself to a new way of life. You know, you could be in a period of grief and sorrow over your past. I'm hearing you could be glamorizing the past and what it entailed, but in reality, I'm feeling like it could have made you miserable, collective. Like, you think, you know, you're really getting something out of how you used to be in the past, but it's almost like when you're reminiscing a bad relationship and you start thinking about the good times instead of the bad times. It's kind of like that. So, however your old way of life consisted of, you know, you're like glamorizing what you thought was like the good part of it, you know, and it's not about that anymore. You're wanting to go forward. I'm hearing you're tired of the same cycle repeating itself. You know, that's just a thought, you know. That card's been coming out almost every last few readings. It's like you got cooling in reverse. So you could be like antsy right now, like just like uncomfortable. Consequences. You could be thinking about the consequences of your past actions and how it's impacting you today. We have a seat. So yeah, like there's things that, and the tables have turned and addicted. So you could have some addictions and tables have turned. So like you could have turned around some addictive behaviors. For example, like binge eating, serial dating, substances, a way of being, fighting, toxic friendships, toxic relationships, subconscious. And you're trying to now like alleviate this issue at a subconscious level. So let's get some tarot. I'm hearing, you know, it's a little by little process, and to trust the process because it may seem difficult at first as you're making these changes. And it's going to take a minute before it actually gets on a subconscious level. We have the Ten of Pentacles. But once you make these changes, you know, the Ten of Pentacles upright is your outcome. Too many cards. Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Because this is something you could have tried to do before, but you weren't successful. And we have the Queen of Swords upright. So you're just really cutting out things that aren't aligning with your highest purpose at this time. And you're in that transitional period where things are just really uncomfortable, where you're trying to find out like what to do with your time now that you're not doing said thing. With the Queen of Swords, you could have had to cut out people who weren't aligned, and so now it's like you have a space and time that's open, like your time blocks, your schedule is now open, and you don't want to fill it up with more vices. So it's like, how do you proceed? We have the Three of Swords upright. Yeah, you could be in a period of grief over things from your past that you want to like continue. But this is just out of like you were so used to it. Like your body's used to it, your mind is used to it. You have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, like you could have like completely like had no boundaries. Like you could have just let people impose their will on you and like not even take yourself. Yeah, we got the Devil upright. Like it just flipped out, and it's under the Addicted card. So yeah, like it was like your shadow side took over, and you weren't aware of like the damage that was being done. We have the Hanged One in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So you probably like were enlightened of the choices you were making and the consequences of those choices, but you still went through it anyway. And I'm hearing out of comfortability, out of something, out of like the soothing quality that it brought upon you. And it's hard to like once you start something and you know you're comfortable in it to change it, but it's like how did it really get you to where you want to be in life? Like did you have the job that you wanted while you were doing said thing? Like did you have the money that you wanted to have? Like did you live where you really wanted to live? Like did you really cherish the friends that you had while you were doing said thing? Did you actually have a prosperous relationship? And if the answer to any of those is no, then whatever you're cutting out, you know that you made the right decision, that you're on the right path. Let's get a couple more. You know, Spirit wants you to have a seat and just kind of sit with your feelings. And it's okay to be in silence. It's okay to sit in silence. It's okay to not have anything like going on really for yourself. Like that's because you're trying to fill it with new things that are healthy, you know. We have the Emperor upright. So you're really practicing self-discipline. And this has been a theme in the last few readings. Self-discipline and consistency. The Page of Wands. So you're like strengthening your solar plexus chakra and gaining confidence. And you know, there's rays coming down on this person. And they're like they're in a meditative state and they're receiving enlightenment. So you're just getting enlightenment from your guides, or you need to get enlightenment from your guides and just be open to being receptive. We have the Nine of Wands, so it's like standing firm. But Nine of Wands is like you have a lot that you're carrying still, a lot of burdens that you're carrying, and you know you're like maybe that's like part of the reason why you could be making excuses for why you want to continue what you want to continue. But I'm hearing find somebody who's in a place where you want to be, like financially, like somebody where you want to, like somebody that lives where you want to live, somebody that already has what you want, and then kind of like have them mentor you to get to where you want to be. So that's kind of what it seems like you need, collective. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is security coming in for you, you know. You don't want negative consequences to occur. We have the Magician in reverse. So you could be like having intrusive thoughts, or your thoughts could be cycling right now as to like how to still incorporate past behaviors into your future. But I'm hearing that's a slippery slope, and to really be careful the path you're going down. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. You know, you're coming out of inner conflict as well. We have the Moon in reverse. So you could be like really anxious about what's to come in the future. If you actually like have the guts to like stay on this path successfully, you know, especially when you're eating healthy and then like you have a cheat day and then you still want to like have more than one cheat day, or you don't want to work out as much. It doesn't, if you fall, like, just get back up and try again. Like, if you miss a day of working out, just get back up the next day and work out again. You know, it's really that simple, but we get all in our head with our negative thinking patterns with the Knight of Swords in reverse, and we start just wanting to go back to completely who we were before. And it's really hard to get out of a certain mindset if we've been in that mindset. We have the Star, and the Star came out in reverse before, because if you were to go back to like old ways and old patterns, like, you're shedding these old ways and old patterns in your subconscious. I feel like you've already done the action in the physical. We have the Six of Swords, so like, things are going to be moving on to calmer waters. But you could feel like the Sun, when I broke the deck in half, we got the Sun in reverse. Like, this could be making you like pretty sad and bogged down right now, because like you're not like, you don't feel like this euphoria, like you're not chasing cheap thrills anymore. Like, you're actually growing up, you're being an adult, you're adulting. You have Four of Pentacles in reverse, so you're letting go of like really what doesn't serve your highest purpose anymore. And it could be like pretty depressing. Like, you could be like in this sad, like monotone, like apathetic, like just blah energy. And I'm hearing there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. That's just part of the stages of transition. But we did get the Six of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. You're letting things go. We also got the Death card in the pre-shuffle, so it's going to be transformation. When I broke the deck again, the King of Wands popped out. So you may not think you're taking like your actions, you may think your actions are real small and it's not making a significant impact, but trust and believe, you know, it is. We got the Nine of Swords, so you could be stressed all up in your head. We did get cooling in reverse, so you're not cool and you're stressing, and you could be like up late at night. You could be having like weird dreams or like nightmares. You have Judgment in reverse. You could be thinking you made the wrong decision about something, but you can't repeat the past. The past is already over. Knight of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You can't go back and like do something different. Six of Wands in reverse. You feel like you could have lost out on something. But I'm hearing like you wouldn't have been able to do this alone. Like, maybe there's some type of intervention that happened and now you're regretting like reaching out for help. But I'm hearing it, you know, the tables really have turned. And you know, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, like, you could have been real antisocial, you could have isolated yourself, and now it's time to like invite help in, invite support in. You can't do everything on your own, you know. You can't like you can't manage everything on your own. Like, it was like you were fighting a losing battle, you know. And I'm hearing like you were outnumbered by like the priorities in your life. I'm getting Two of Pentacles in reverse energy. You know, I didn't pull it. Like, you're juggling too much. You did get the Queen of Cups upright, so like you do have hope for the situation to pan out in a more positive way. I'm hearing like you had enough love and compassion for yourself to, you know, embrace whatever the consequences were of the situation, with have a seat and like humble yourself a bit. That there is a new way of life and that it's not going to be an easy road. Because also, you know, Six of Swords has been coming up reversed and it's been coming up upright. So you are moving on to easier times, but the little mini changes you have to make in the meantime, in between time, is really going to be like harsh, and it's going to be really like frustrating. You may get frustrated at times, but you know that you're on the right pathway, and that, you know, this is the only way to really learn the lesson, is to go through it and to feel it. And you're transmuting so much generational karma, it's not even funny. I'm here. Like, you could have really numbed yourself before because of what you had been through, but you don't realize, you know, who you're hurting in the process, who you're affecting in the process. And you're going to be amazed at how much clarity you feel going forward. Like, how much clarity you feel. Each day you're learning something new about yourself. And these are changes that you can't see on the outside. It's an inside operation. It's a subconscious operation with the subconscious card, root chakra energy. And you'll just really be amazed at how much you learn and how much you grow throughout this whole process. So, Spirit, what else do we need to know? You have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords upright again. So yeah, this is like learning how to move forward and pacing yourself. Pages are about, you know, learning in small steps. It's about, it could be like ambitious. The Five of Wands upright. So yeah, you could feel like it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be conflict, like it's too difficult, it's too much of a tall order. That's what you could be feeling like. But it is doable. Just take things one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Three of Wands. So it's not gonna come overnight, you know. It's gonna take time, you know. Eight of Wands, but you know the changes are gonna happen like very swiftly, but there's still like a lot of time that has to pass. But you know, your miracles and your blessings are going to start flowing in like never before. Once you make that commitment in your mind, I'm hearing you're still in this meddling stage where you're like bargaining because you're like grieving your past self. I'm hearing you're grieving your past self, who you used to be. And there's part of you that misses that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the grieving process, but the point is not to get stuck there. Not to get stuck in that past self, you know. And, you know, maybe there's a good number of us in the collective who will go back to old ways and old ways of being. And it's not like we'll be like, and I'm not really sure, like, you know, we can kind of pull cards for both outcomes, and then there's people who will take that harder road and move forward. But, you know, if you stay on the same path before, I'm just hearing you're going to hit more roadblocks. You'll still be okay, but you'll be, like, putting yourself in unnecessary conflicts with the Five of Wands. Yeah, and if you go back, you'll get, it's like you get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So like you won't be living your full truth, and everything that you've like, all your inner values that you've cherished so much, it'll just be thrown out the window. Like it won't be something that you'll actually be living out. Like it'll just kind of be a dream. Like it'll just be something in your subconscious mind, and it won't be something that you live out. You know, it'll just be like a facade, and with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And right now, you're in the Two of Pentacles. I was at the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to put it back. You're kind of like juggling a lot. You're juggling like two mindsets. So let's see if you do move forward and you don't go back. What's the outcome? Let's get 2 cards for that. Yeah, so we have, so if you do move forward, you have the 8 of Swords in reverse, so you're freeing yourself, and the 5 of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you're coming out of conflict and you're freeing yourself. So freeing yourself implies that you were feeling trapped before. With 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you're giving up everything that you worked for and everything that you've invested in. And with the 8 of Swords in reverse, you're freeing yourself from conflict. Like things are gonna be more smooth sailing. And bottom of the deck again, 2 of Pentacles. I think that's for the present energy. Like you're currently in this energy. Let's get a card for the middle. What's another energy to represent the present? The 10 of Cups. Yeah, so you're debating whether one way is going to be the 10 of Cups. This is like if you just stay if you just stay kind of like in the past. This is if you go to the future. And let me see, hold on. Alright, so I don't know, hopefully y'all can see, I mean, from how I'm filming, this is kind of like the setup for me because I don't have it where it's like directly above the cards, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so the 10 of Cups, and this may be something, like I said, this could be something that has repeated itself and it's still affecting you because it affected your ancestors. And I'm hearing either way it's not going to be easy though, because staying the same, especially when you're chosen and you decide to stay the same and you're like an empathetic person, staying the same is going to be hard because your higher self's going to be screaming at you to change. And if you go the other way, your lower self's going to be screaming at you to stay the same. And so the best thing to do is just keep moving forward because life is going to be life and regardless. So that's kind of what I'm getting. And what have a seat is like, I'm hearing that's like take a step back and like try to look at things objectively. Like I said, get like a third opinion, you know, try to reach out to someone who has what you want to have, like financially or spiritually, and talk to them and see how they got where they are, and you know, go from there. You know, find new ways to cope. You know, you could have actually lost someone, like being they're not on this plane anymore, they're not in this 3D realm anymore, and that's causing you to want to revert back into like, you know, using love as a way to cope. You know, and you could be dealing with codependency. So we're gonna get some soul oracle cards, like a 2 or 3, to see what needs to be focused on. So we have feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone. The number 10. So, like I was saying with your ancestors, like your ancestors could be really like sending you a message here to convey like you don't have to, you're not alone. Your ancestors are watching over you. Maybe this is something that they weren't able to accomplish, but they're egging you on to accomplish this. Like, this is something, and it says feel the power of your blood. So this could be something tied to your bloodline. Let's get another card that needs to be broken. And I feel like just by you making this physical action to do so, you're breaking that. We have the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. So yeah, this is the truth. Like, your soul is crying out for change. And you see on the I put this on the past side and this on the future side, and the present is in the middle. And this is related to like a bloodline thing of, you know, comfortability and staying in the same realm of things where you're comfortable, and the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is like rooms that you haven't been in yet, things and places that you haven't seen yet, because, you know, because you're still in this grief stage. It's like you can't even really see like what's really out there for you, because you're still like holding on. And that's why with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's urging you to let these things go, to shed your old skin, like a snake shedding its skin, like the butterfly coming out the cocoon. So let's get a couple chakra cards. And y'all already know how I do this. I don't look at them. Okay, so we got the crown chakra. I am fully engaged in life. So yeah, you could be the number 56. You could be like, it says increases awareness of life, enhances concentration, supports a deep awareness of the union of human and divine consciousness. So you could be coming out of dissociation into actually engaging in life. So maybe what you have done before was a way for you to dissociate from life, or to escape, like escapism from life. But you're learning how to fully be present, you know, being present. And I forgot, there's a chakra card that says I am present, and I forgot what chakra it was. But we're going to shuffle again for the other side and see. If one doesn't fly out, because these cards hurt my hands to shuffle. Whatever this one is. What is this? The crown chakra again. Okay. It says, my entire being is illuminated by cosmic energy. The number 62, which reduces down to a 8, and this one reduces down to an 11, which reduces down to a 2. You could be seeing 1111 or 222, and 1111 reduces down to 22. So that's funny. So you could be seeing 2s could be significant. My entire being is illuminated by cosmic energy. So yeah, your crown chakra, that really, you know, emphasizes that your mind state is like, I'm not trying to say, your mind state is like what's the common denominator in what's going on. Like, that's what needs to change, because There's just realms of things you have, like the possibilities are endless. It's like you already know this, so it's like when you want to go more into the unknown, like what it like to discover, into self-discovery, into what more there is to know. Like when you want to know that, like what more there is to know, than to something that's something you already know the ins and outs about, and what's the end result. And then 9 times out of 10, when you're in it, it's not even all that. And then when you're out of it, you think of only the good times. When it was very dysfunctional, I'm hearing. The past situations you was in was really dysfunctional. It wasn't anything worthwhile, and what you're going into in the future is really gonna be worthwhile. So let's get some tarot before we get some more message cards about this. So Spirit, what direction, can you give us about the collective, taking this path to the unknown, to embodying their truth? So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. So you could feel like things are just like at a standstill right now because you can't make up your mind. And that's like the present energy. Let's get a clarifying card. So you're thinking like you're not getting anywhere because you can't figure out how to move, because you're in this grieving period. You could be really like just uneasy. We have the Page of Swords. So I'm hearing like with this, you could be like reminiscing. Like you're reminiscing, you're watching, you could be like watching other people online like have what you have, or you could be watching people from your past who are where you used to be, and you feel like you can't fit into either one, and you're just like a bystander watching people from your past, watching people who you aspire to be like in your future, and you're just trying to figure out where you fit in. And that's a hard spot to be in, collective. I understand that, that's a hard spot to be in. But there definitely is a way out, and there's definitely, like, just honor where you are. And, like I said, just kind of trust the process and embrace where you are in this time. Your crown chakra is protected. Just know that if you're making these healthy changes, that you made the right decision. You may feel like you didn't make the right decision. Maybe you may want to fuse with the Knight of Swords. You may want to fuse certain aspects of the past with certain aspects of the future. Like you could be gathering information about what people are doing that you left behind, and then where people are at in the future. And you got the Sun in reverse, so you're trying to figure out like what made certain people or things or you unhappy, and how to change that to the Sun upright. So you could be the Knight. Yeah, so we got the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Sun reversed, the Knight of Swords upright, and the Sun, and I automatically put that in the future section. So let's see what's about in your past section. Let's get 2 cards. So we got the King of Cups in reverse and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, so in your past you were not emotionally regulated. You couldn't see left from right, up from down. It's almost like you're in this uncharted territory with the King of Cups in reverse, 8 of Swords upright. This is not a good comment. You definitely don't want to like completely go back to your past, and then in the future you're like gathering information, but your current feeling is the Sun in reverse. Like you're not content with where you are, with how you're feeling right now. That's why you're gathering information to see like what parts of me, what were my strengths and my weaknesses in my past. What are my strengths and my weaknesses in my present? And what can I do to bridge that gap to my future? You see what I'm trying to say? And so we're going to get some message cards. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Four of Cups. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the universe is trying to hand you a cup. You could really be investigating. I'm hearing like you're doing an investigation on your life. And it's like it's hard because you are the one in your life. And you're trying to get, you know, material from other people, places, and things, either indirectly or directly, to try to figure out like, okay, what aspects of myself can I take with me to the next level, and what aspects of myself am I truly going to leave behind for good. Okay, so let's get some message cards. We have divine timing in reverse, selfish and all over the place, and compromise. So you could feel like you don't have control over the timing. You could feel like, you could wonder if you're being selfish, and you're like stuck in one place, and you're, like I said, you're trying to compromise with yourself, but you don't know if you should go all in one way or all in another way. You're trying to see like how to do something, how to go about something, because you know, like in your immediate future you don't see happiness, but you don't really have that realm explored yet. So that's why with the Have a Seat card at the top, you're really trying to take a step back and introspect. With the Hermit, I'm getting Hermit energy because we got that in yesterday's reading. Let's get one more to put to the left side. Let's get another card, another message card. Oh, almost got a paper cut. I need to get these laminated. I gotta redo some of them. But then they'll be so slippery if they're laminated, but still. You got learning. Yeah, so you're learning from your past. With divine timing in reverse. Whatever you were doing in your past, it was just not cool. Like, you already know that. And in the present, you could be feeling selfish because you're not really making any moves, and you still could be thinking about like I said in the very beginning, the glamorous aspects of the past, the good times, and finding out what you want to take away. And in the immediate future, you're like trying to see if you can make any compromises with yourself. And with all over the place in reverse, you don't want to be all over the place anymore. You want to be like on a consistent, steady incline. You don't want to plateau either. So it's like self-control, self-discipline, and consistency, like I've been saying. And we have the bottom of this deck, Hidden Truth. So it's about finding out the hidden truth with, you know, true colors revealed. And I'm feeling like we're not gonna get a very clear answer this reading. You know, it's just something to think about. What was that? Something flipped out, but it went back in. We have only for a season. So whatever was in your past was only for a season. And in your future and immediate future, you know, the true colors are going to be revealed. So whatever you were going through in your past, just know that it was only for a season. And even if you tried to repeat it, it can't be repeated. You know, so with that being said, let's get a few more. Eyes, so people could be watching you, like past people, like people, just eyes are on you in general, like watching your moves. You could be being monitored right now. We have the aftermath, so that's like the present right now is the aftermath of the past. You could be 5 of Cups in regret for how you moved in the past, and now you know like what you would do different if you could do it different. You gotta believe it. So believe what you experienced in the past. And I'm thinking this selfish card, I'm thinking that it's necessary to be selfish right now. And to not be feeling guilty for where you're at in your journey. Hidden Truth came out again. Keep it a buck. So don't lie to yourself, you know, like whatever happened in the past, soul connection, the people you were connected to in your past, keep it a buck. Like what were they really on? Like what was the past people really on? Like were they on the level you wanted to be on? Like there's certain things that have to be left behind, you know. If there's certain rooms you want to go into, like you already know what has to be left behind. But keep it a buck and soul connection. What were these people's aspirations? What was the common goal? What was the main idea of like what happened in your past? And is there anything you could take with you? Sometimes you can't take nothing with you. Let's get some playing cards. 2 of Swords. Yeah, that's what you're going through right now. The 2 of Swords. 4 of Wands. That's what you want. That's what you want in the future. It's 4 of stability. And let's see for the past. The 3 of Pentacles, but it's like negative collaboration or positive collaboration. So it was like who you were collaborating with in the past was only for a season. But I think you know in your heart of hearts, if you left certain actions behind and you knew something just couldn't happen anymore, you know, that's why the past is where it is the past for a reason. And let's see from this other tarot deck. Spirit, is there any aspect of the past that the collective can take with them? Is there any aspect of the past that the collective can take with them? The King of Swords in reverse. I'm taking that as a no. I mean, as far as mindset goes, that's a no. Is there anything that the couple can take with them from the past? I don't know. 2 of Cups tried to come out. The 2 of Cups. It came out upright. So there's something that you feel like is unique to you from the past, like something that made you you. Like maybe maybe a certain way that you did something really did bring you felt like you were like merged that you were one with yourself with the Two of Cups. Let's get one more. The Queen of Cups in reverse. I'm standing up right now because I don't, I'm just standing up, so reading, so if you see me from that angle, that's why. So yeah, like you could have been pretty erratic, but something about the past, I don't think there's much you could take, but there was something about how you moved in the past that made you feel one with yourself, so now you got to find that in the future. So something about, so what was it that made you feel one with yourself? And I think the card that tried to flip out in the message deck was mirroring. So something that you really enjoyed. Like a feeling that you got or something, but it's almost like you got to go about it a different way. And at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups in reverse, so that's a pair. So you can't bring the opposite pair of that into the future. And it's both Cups cards, so Cups is emotions. So something had you emotionally dysregulated in the past. And I'm thinking it's who you were associating with, because underneath this was the the Three of Pentacles. So whoever you were collaborating with in your past, so you can't bring the people with you. That's what I'm getting. Because they were only for a season. You can't bring the people with you. Because they already revealed their true colors, throat chakra energy. Let's see, what about past behaviors? This is Death in reverse. I didn't even really ask. I said that after I pulled. Let's just put the Death in reverse right in the present. Because I'm feeling like part of you could be resisting transformation, but it's happening either way. Eight of Cups. So in the future, you're leaving something behind. And the Hanged One in reverse. So you're leaving something behind, but yet this Hanged One is tied up. And they can get themselves untied, but they're choosing to stay there. So it's like you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. You're still trying to compromise. You're leaving the past behind, but there's something that won't let you untie yourself. So what is that, Spirit? Like, these cards are already, let me just put these back, because some cards tried to flip out, but I'm not going to take them. So the Eight of Cups, you're leaving something behind. We got the Seven of Swords, so there's something still deceptive, like some type of self-deception going on. Like you could do something a certain way, and you can't do something different with it. You can't do something the same way and expect a different result. That's the definition of insanity. We have Justice in reverse. So something has to be different. Because maybe when you engage in some type of behavior, whatever behavior it is, this is like action oriented. So whatever behavior you're trying to engage in or want to engage in your near future, it can't be attached to past people or people similar to those of your past. So if you start engaging in a certain behavior and it attracts people from similar people from your past or new people with this past energies attached to it, that's not gonna suffice for your highest good. And we got the sun in reverse again. So yeah, you're just gonna end up unhappy. So you really gotta completely go about something a different way. Like whatever the addictions, behaviors, they have to be totally eradicated. I'm not gonna even take those, but I just pulled them out randomly. Yeah, I'm hearing like impulsivity needs to go away, like really thinking through the consequences of your actions. Yeah, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So you're healing from an ending. We have the Fool. So yeah, are you willing to untie yourself and embark on that new path? On this new path? Yeah, so if you used to be in a certain career, it's almost like a doctor is not an architect. So if you used to be an architect and now you're trying to change careers into a doctor, why would you still hang out with architects? You should start hanging around doctors. So just as an analogy, nothing wrong with either profession. That's why I chose professions that were like really like, you know, like they both take a lot of schooling, things like that. So if you're like architects, you know, that's a very intense specific career, and so you know, doctor is a very intense career too. So if you're, you know, if you don't want to be an architect anymore, stop hanging out with the architects. You know, you want to be a doctor. So it's like if something was like Two of Cups to you, you know, and Cups is feeling. So even though you felt like something wasn't, you were in union with some part of yourself, you got the Queen of Cups in reverse, and then the King of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So you felt like these are all Cups energies that you're feeling. So it's like a feeling that that you were chasing after, and you felt like you got that feeling. But even though you got that feeling, the result was Seven of Pentacles in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. There's a discrepancy there. So you got to figure out how to get this Two of Cups and on this side, because you got the Sun in reverse and Knight of Swords upright. It's like something's got to give, because you're not happy right now. You're grieving the past, but you know the past was only for a season. It had, you know, damaging, destructive, impulsive behaviors that weren't conducive to your success. And so now it's like figuring out, you know, how to be one with yourself and still be emotionally regulated. So how do you still be emotionally regulated? Because you can't engage with the people, you can't do the same behaviors. You have the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, we got that for both. Yeah, like you're coming out of conflict. Like just, it's almost like you're not acting. And by non-action, you're not doing past actions, but then you're not really doing future actions either. You're just kind of like, yeah, you're like Death in reverse, the Fool. You're like, you're not trying to change, but you know you need to do something different. But you're still healing from an ending. Eventually, you're going to have to set your best foot forward. We got Four of Pentacles upright in this deck. You're still holding on to things. So I'm hearing the answer to this, you know, if you're looking for some type of guidance from Spirit. Let's pull from this deck and then a Soul Oracle card to end the reading. It's figuring out what's going to emotionally fulfill you in your new life. But since you haven't done the new life yet, you can't really come up with anything. So it's just some suggestions at this point. Nine of Swords in reverse. So I'm just hearing just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Because Nine of Swords in reverse means you're not stressing as much. You know things are going to go right. You just don't know how to navigate uncharted territory. So just putting one foot in front of the other, things will come like as they may. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to try to figure it out right now. Because Nine of Swords upright is you're trying to figure things out. Just take things as they come. I'm hearing from Spirit, and to go with the flow. You have the Fool in reverse now. So in the immediate future, I'm hearing you do continue on forward. And, you know, just baby steps, and you just go with the flow. Let's see what this card is. Five of Swords, upright. Okay. So, yeah, I'm hearing, like, there's some, sorry to laugh. There's just some sort of, like, back and forth resistance. You're like, I'm going to keep going, but I'm still a little bit pissed off. I'm going to keep going, and I ain't going to do this no more, but I miss what I used to do. But I miss how I used to feel. And I'm gonna do this, and I know things are gonna go better, but I'm really not feeling it. You know, I'm gonna keep figuring out why I wasn't successful before, but I'm not. Just know that I'm not happy. So I'm feeling a kind of bitterness to your energy, collective, because when you do something new and you change, it's kind of like, I don't know how old y'all are, but. It's almost like when you really set in some type of way and you really don't want to, like, you like, it's almost like, you know, you go to a restaurant, right? I'm sure this has happened to people, or you go to any type of restaurant, fast food restaurant, regular restaurant, you know, like hole in the wall, like food truck, anything, and then they take your favorite thing off the menu, and now you got to pick something else. Or you go to the spot and they're like, oh, we're out of this right now. And you know you had your mouth set on something, and then you get to that restaurant and then they're out of stock, or they ran out of the ingredient. Now you got to come back another time, or it was only a limited time. That is like the worst feeling in the world. Like, you have your mouth ready for something, or if you like live with other people, or I don't know, or if you have something in the fridge and you have your mouth ready for it, and then someone else eats it, and you're like, dang, like, I had my mouth ready, and then you just walk around like, man, now I gotta eat something else, like, now I gotta fix something else, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat, now I gotta eat something I don't want. Like, that's kind of how y'all are feeling. It's like you're kicking and screaming like a little kid because they didn't get what they wanted. And that's how I'm feeling, like, with the Five of Swords, the Fool in reverse, and Knight of Swords. You're like, okay, I ain't stressed. Okay, I know my life gonna get better, but I ain't feeling it. Like, I'm not as happy as I used to be. Like, now you gotta find a new normal. That's what that is. You gotta find a new normal. So, so can we get one more of these tarot cards, and then a Soul Oracle card to end the reading? The Six of Swords, upright. So yeah, you're like, things are okay. You're like, all right, okay. Things is moving smoother. Like, okay, I can't complain, but I'm complaining. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, well, I know I can't complain, but I'm complaining anyway. Cause you know what you know what you have to do, collective, especially if you're an alchemist. Like, you know what you gotta do, but you don't. It's like you resisting change, and you know, but it'll come. Just keep waking up and putting one foot in front of the other. It'll come. Two of the cards were sticking together. I don't know what was stuck on it, but something was stuck on it. Alright, so let's do a Soul Oracle card to end the reading. And last messages. Something trying to flip out. It says, this came out the last time. A partnership for the new age. It's time to welcome it. Yeah, so whatever it is, you're not welcoming it, like, and I'm hearing partnerships meaning like your new associations, like not just in love, but just with friends, you know, with your new soul family. It's like it's time to meet people who are on the path that you are on. Let's get one more chakra card. I always do this. I'm always trying to wrap it up and I start pulling a hell of cards. But I just feel like it's not over. It's always hard for me to end the readings. Because I know how it feels when I'm watching a read and I don't want it to end. Oh, what was that? The third eye chakra. I trust the wisdom of my heart. I think this card was in one of the past readings too. Number 50, which reduces down to a 5. So trusting your inner wisdom and to welcome new partnerships. Like going back to past people is not, or let me not say that because y'all could probably not go back to past people, but when you see past energies wrapped up in new people, that's when you need to run, because you're still attracting things that don't serve you. And you know, you may be kicking and screaming because you don't know how to move, but because you're out of your element. That's what I'm hearing. You're out of your element, and your past element made you feel to a cuff, but you was erratic. You were emotionally dysregulated. You had too much to lose. Your life you weren't living your dreams out in reality. You were all up in your head. You weren't in your purpose. And now it's like you're getting closer to your purpose, but you're not happy because it's uncomfortable. You're meddling in grief. You know, you're still self-deceiving, trying to bargain with your past, thinking that there's parts of your past you can take with you, but you're trying to recreate something and bring it into your future because, you know, you're so used to how you used to be. But your new self is saying to your old self, it's gonna be okay. Just take things as they go. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just go with the flow, and your true colors will be revealed. Your clarity will come. And learn from your new associations that you make. Like, for example, if you were in surface level connections, and I made this connection last reading about if you're dating to be in long-term relationships or dating for marriage, and you're so used to people who just want to like watch TV and chill, you got to get away from those people and you got to stand your ground. And new people that come along that want to just chill and not have a label, you're gonna get tested with that, and you got to stand firm. And part of you is gonna be upset because you're like, oh, like, why can't I just meet someone who wants what I want? But it's not gonna come easy. You're gonna have to deny a few of those frogs again, you know, and you're gonna have to deny what you don't want a few times before you actually get what you do want. It's not just gonna just pop up like, oh, I want a relationship, I want to get married, and the person is like, you're early on and you're changed, and you're not gonna just meet the person when you're early on. Like, you're gonna get tested. So, and the same places you got to change the people, the places, and the things. So like, you can't go to the same place you used to go and think you're gonna meet somebody marriage material. Like, it's just not gonna work. So you're just kind of like unlearning, you're deprogramming yourself and reprogramming yourself. So as you do that, there is going to be some form of frustration. There is going to be like some inner conflict with the Five of Swords. You may feel like the Sun in reverse, the Moon in reverse. But with Knight of Swords upright, Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Fool, and the Six of Swords, you know, you can do this. I mean, you may still be bargaining with Death in reverse, but you're healing from this ending. And, you know, things are going to turn around if you allow them to, if you welcome it. A partnership for the new age. It's time to welcome it. So welcome in the new, you know, shed the old, but don't get stuck in it. You know, please do not wallow in self-pity. Do not do the whole woe is me. Like, just let it fly. Just let it like roll off your shoulders, okay, collective? So once again, this is Bree with Reads of Rituals. See you next time. Bye.